Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Just came back from my first weekend at RSP. Sorry, excuse me. Just came back from my first weekend at RSP, and what that is that it's stands for Recruit Sustainment Program, and it's essentially is that if you've enlisted in through the National Guard, you have to drill until you leave for basic. And you drill at RSP. You're part of RSP until then. So I just had my first RSP, and this video is essentially just going to talk about what we did at RSP, how it was, and so on. So RSP was pretty cool. I got to do it with my best friend. We so happened, he just got out of basic, which I'll just do a quick pause note. Me and him are going to make a video about what to expect at basic, what he did at basic, how to physically train for basic, and how to mentally prepare. So, but he had to do one drill at RSP as well, and it happened to fall on the same weekend I was doing it. So we went to RSP together. We got to room together, so that was pretty cool. So you get there, you have to get there at like 8 o'clock on a Friday, 8 p.m. and they took our height and weight. And we just kind of got briefed on what we're gonna probably do, what we were gonna do that weekend. Met a couple of people, got a room assignments, did a count off, and just kind of went to bed. So Friday night we really didn't do much. There was fire guard. I wasn't on fire guard Friday night, but a couple other guys were. Saturday morning, we had to be downstairs at 6 a.m. So, wake up early, shave, get everything you need, straighten out, whatever it is, and just get up and go. So Saturday night, we got up, formation, and then we split up into different groups depending on your phase. So just to break down the phases at RSP, it's red phase, blue phase, there's a white phase, and gold phase. Each one of these phases is for a different part of your process. So if this is the first time you're at RSP, which is for me, I was in red phase. If you were in gold phase, that means you've completed basic training and AIT, maybe not. If you completed basic training, you were in gold phase. So my buddy Brandon, for example, he was in gold phase. So they split us up depending on whatever phase you were in. We went and did a PT. If you're in red phase, you did the OPEC, which is the new Army PT test, which is when you deadlift and you long jump, you throw a medicine ball when you're sitting down, shoulder blades on the wall, and you toss it, and pace or run. So that wasn't bad. We did that. Then we went and had breakfast. What else? Oh, and that was a Saturday. And Saturday, what we had water survival training, which was really cool. Went to a pool. We got uniforms, and we got to essentially learn how to like turn our pants into flotation devices and dive into the water with a flick and a ducky on. And if anybody doesn't know what a flick is, it's the vest you see a lot of guys wearing, and a ducky is what they call like a rubber gun. And so we had to dive into the water, not dive, but like fall into the water while wearing that, and shed it off you and swim the lap. We did a bunch of stuff. We had a relay race at the end. My team won. Whatever. What else? That was Saturday. We did a couple more things like ceremony. Some people got promoted from like an E1 to E2, E2, E3 on different things. That was most of Saturday. And we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner throughout the day. And then, did a formation like late night, not late night, but after dinner. And we all went back to our rooms. Again, depending on your phase you might have been doing different things. Like, for example, for me, all the people in red phase at like 9 o'clock at night on the Saturday, we had to go do some different things. And not everybody else had to do. I was on fire guard Saturday night from 10 to 11. And that essentially just means you have to stay up for the hour and make sure nobody leaves or no one's doing anything crazy and stuff like that. It was easy. I just had to sit there with a clipboard and piece of paper and essentially just make sure that's it. And that was Saturday. Sunday, again, wake up early, go do PT. Wake up early, shave, and we had a PT test. PT test wasn't bad. We were broken up into two groups, either the 1-1-1 and the 2-2-2. If you're in the 1-1-1, you had a minute to do push-ups, sit-ups, and run 1 mile. If you're in the 2-2-2, you did 2 minutes to do push-ups, which is the official PT test. 2 minutes to do sit-ups, 2-mile run. I did pretty good for the 1-1-1, I would say. I want to do a little bit better just because I'm going to OCS compared to just going to basic. I was also lucky to meet a couple of guys that had just came back from OCS, second lieutenants, and I went in there, introduced myself, said, hey, I'm Onai Sierra. Just got any tips for me for OCS, how to prepare myself? And they said that PT is a really important part of OCS, especially the first initial phase of it. So I'm also eating dried peaches, if anyone's wondering what I'm chewing on. That's about it. We had the PT test. I would say I did pretty well. I would like to do a little bit better. At the end, Sunday, and this is about like 11 o'clock, there was a ceremony. And that's when everyone that had graduated basic and AIT, somebody from the unit they were going to go to, like a representative from that unit, like a sergeant or staff sergeant, came and essentially took them. So that was really cool. I would say the coolest part about it was every time we were doing a count off, a bunch of guys would just say stuff like Army Hua and that was pretty funny. Like we were doing a sound off and I guess the thing is to say like Army Hua. I don't know. Could be just where I was. I guess maybe it was just a thing where I was, maybe not like a thing that everybody's doing. And yeah, that's about RSP. I know this was pretty, I know I've talked pretty fast, but we really didn't do anything crazy, so it wasn't like nothing too much. This is me working on my editing skills. They suck. So future videos you're probably gonna see is me and my buddy making a video of what he did at basic, what's expected at basic, how to train for it, mentally prepare for it, how to deal with things. Another video is how I've been physically preparing for basic and OCS. So and mentally. So just a video I'm taking you through, like I'm gonna go to the track and show you my times I've been running and what I've been doing for workouts, as well as books I've been reading that I think are gonna help me. And one more video that I'm gonna try to do is that I know an officer, he's like an 04, that I've met at the gym. So I kind of want to ask him, be like, hey, listen, this is kind of more geared towards people that are going through OCS, but I'm sure anybody could benefit from it. Is that, hey, like, how did you best prepare for OCS, and see if he'd be willing to make a video with me. So those are just the future videos to look forward to. The reason I haven't been uploading a lot of videos is just because, I'm not really doing a lot. So, I don't want to just upload a video of me really just talking about nothing. But I did RSP and I thought that was pretty cool, so I probably should be talking about this. Just to remind everybody what I'm doing. My contract is an 09 Sierra contract, which means I'm going to OCS and to try to be a second lieutenant with the Maine National Guard. So my process might be a little bit different than someone who's active or someone's going to OCS through a different branch. But, we're keeping it chill on the channel, keeping it live. I don't have a beard, maybe if you noticed, because I had shave for RSP, and I hate what I look like without a beard. It makes me look 10. I look weird. But alright, yeah, drop a comment. I know, I still don't have a lot of viewers, but hey, let me know what you guys think of the channel. If you're my friend, please don't be really mean. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, thanks for stopping by.